that they're not the faux finishes of the 80s or 90s. Oh no. Here to show us the modern take is Sharon Grech. And Sharon, these are not as in your face as they were back in the day, right?
Absolutely. That's a great way to describe it. It's really all about the color combinations, right? So we're looking more subtle now. I think we're trying to evoke old world plastered walls and stone walls and that beautiful visual texture. But the great thing about color washes is you're not actually adding texture to the walls. So you can, if you get sick of it in a few years, you can very easily paint over it. But it's all about bringing that character and mood to a space, which is so important. And the color combinations can be light and airy, they can be dark and dramatic, but they can really make a difference for the space.
And you can even just do tone on tone if you want to tone it down, right?
Absolutely.
So this faux finish here on this wall looks so good. And as you say, it looks like it feels like texture, right?
Exactly, exactly. And that's kind of why they're coming back right now, because it's all about comfort. Like the past few years in the pandemic, we're wearing jeans, we're wearing relaxed linen. Like our clothing materials are so important to us.
Yes.
And our materials for the interior as well. So we're looking for more aged looks and lived-in looks. So this entire set is gorgeous, brand new from Home Sense.
Okay.
But I love how everything has a bit of a lived-in look, you know, like this beautiful textured wicker cabinet. It's got a little bit of an antique finish on it. The rounded edges, right? Really nice, soft. So nothing really angular, and definitely natural materials, warm woods. You know, something like the sort of stone pebble finish that makes you think about the outdoors. And what I absolutely love is the artwork. Doesn't have to just be a painting. Look at these framed textiles. So like you were saying, very tactile, and I think that that is so important with this look, and that's why bringing it all back to the walls again, we're ready to bring that aged appearance to the wall. Right now, your Cityline walls have been painted 350 times.
A million times.
So they are actually a bit textured, but in reality,
totally.
It's visual texture. That's what we're after, okay? So for sure.
I love that, by the way, because it reminds me of, was it rug hooking?
Yes.
Yes, I did that in the 80s. I loved it.
Me too.
Okay, so why don't you show me actually how we can do faux finishes? Let's take a look. We'll do a little DIY. I just want to see if this has changed since the 80s, the way you do these faux finishes. You can walk me through it.
Okay, Trace. So the first thing you got to do is a sample board. And honestly, you can see it's more of an art than a science. So you want to test it out. So I am going to show you the first one, which is the sample board I did for the actual one that I did on the wall. So I used wildflower as the base coat color, so it's kind of vibrant. And then I used Venetian Portico as the color wash, okay?
Nice.
So that was nice mid-tone. But then you can get a much lighter and airier feel by using a lighter color as your base coat. So there I used Puppy Paws, cute name.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
And again, Venetian Portico, the same color for the wash. So again, very, very different look depending on the colors. And then for fun, just to show a dark, moody one, this is Kendall Charcoal, which is a beautiful dark gray, and again Venetian Portico over top for the wash. So the mood is dictated by the colors that you choose. So that's the first step. Then I got to tell you, I know you guys have been doing a lot of TikTok hacks and that sort of thing this week. So I went on TikTok to see what are people doing in 2022 for color washes versus 92 when I was doing this. And they've made it a lot more complicated.
Oh no, come on, TikTok.
So, honestly, there's lots of different glazes and water and ratios of this to that. And I have to say that I did a few samples and I decided just to go back to my tried and true, very simple color wash. So that's what I'm going to show you, okay?
Okay, good. I like that. So we've got, you brought us gloves, which I always very much appreciate, especially when they match my blouse.
Oh, that's hilarious. I did not know you would be wearing yellow, Tracy, but it looks perfect. What we're going to do is we've got a rag.
Okay.
We've got a little bit of water. And then we've got our base coat that's already done. I like to use an eggshell finish, so I have wildflowered and eggshell finish, so it's got a tiny bit of a sheen.
Okay.
And then I've just poured our paint directly into a bowl. I've got one over there for you. This is Venetian Portico.
I love that color.
Isn't it beautiful?
It is so pretty.
It's so pretty. Venetian Portico. It just really, you think of the old world.
Gorgeous,
right? Okay, so you're going to wet your rag instead of mixing the paint with water, because I'm always worried it's going to be too runny and you really kind of get rid of the integrity of the paint. So wring it out so it's not totally soaking wet, but it's not the end of the world if it is.
Okay.
And then we're going to just get our rag. And you can have a few rags, but honestly, I did the whole wall in the set with one rag.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to dip it into the paint directly. I'll bring this over in case I need a little bit more.
You go first and I'll follow.
Okay, so Tracy, we are literally washing the walls. It's not very, dramatic, but and it's not, you know, it doesn't sound very beautiful, but you're just washing the walls.
This is how you did that wall over there.
This is how I did that wall.
Well, I
so
trust you. How much did you put on?
Tiny, like just dip it in.
Like that, Sharon?
Try that for first, for go. Yep.
All right.
Haha, you dripped some.
You've been probably waiting like 13 years to tell me that.
Because it's always me. Okay, good job. Look at your washing. It's perfect. So that's really what you're doing, Tracy. You're going to need a ladder. You're going to have to go down low.
Yeah.
And the key is to try and do it kind of all in one. Like, don't just start it and then finish it the next day. Try and get the whole wall done. If you get it a little bit too dark in one area, don't worry about it. Okay, so just kind of, you can step back and go, okay, I'm going to add a little bit more.
What if things go wrong? What if things go wrong? What if I feel like, no, I put too much. I put too much of this stuff on.
Usually you're not making a mistake, so wait till you've got kind of like a good quarter of the wall done, then stand back, take a look, and it'll usually look pretty good, especially if just one of you's doing it, because we're going to have a different touch, right?
Yes,
so one person, but you could get someone else to do it. So then just stand back and then don't go to it when it's still really wet. If you're going to do anything, wait till it's dry and then go back and do a whole other layer of the exact same thing. And again, I've used 3 to 4 colors sometimes to get a lot of dimension, but overall this is super simple, and this is exactly what I did to create that color wash wall.
That's amazing. So go back, keep going, look aside. It's your living room.
Right.
So look, take a look, see if you like it, and go back. Really, really good.
Make sure that you love it. And again, it's the color combinations, right?
All right, I think you brought faux finishes back. You single-handedly brought them back. Sharon, thank you. If any of our viewers want to try this at home, please send us the pictures. We want to see them, and we will show them off for you right here on the show.